guitar. It's his one-man show for this show and this show only. Take a look.
This photograph, I hear that song and I'm flying right back to when we had it made. Every Friday night when the sun went down, we'd be running them streets like we're on the town. But I just can't let it go. No, I just can't let it go. I wonder if you ever think about it like I do. 7 kids on a 2-lane road. We had the Dawn's on the radio, and after all this time, it still feels so good. I think about those summer nights, singing out the window on the back road. Sweet child of mine, sipping on the locals, spark of light. And it's funny how the best days of my life was all that wasted time. All that wasted time. Out of nowhere, stepped away, and the road by the river hangs silently, and the town up in New ain't nothing like it used to be. I can't explain, no. They took all the color from the picture frame, and the days got sold to the grid in the game. But I just can't let it go. No, I just can't let it go. I wonder if you ever think about it like I do. Send the kids on the 2-lane road. We have the Dawn's on the radio. After all this time, it still feels so good. I think about those summer nights, singing out the window on the back road. Sweet child of mine, sipping on the locals, spark of light. Ain't it funny how the best days of my life was all that wasted time. All that wasted time. Swinging out on line, living all that wasted time. Some dresses drowning out on the hood of the car. Only music that we had was out the left speaker. We were living every second till the time ran out. We had nothing but we had it all. When I think about those summer nights, sneaking out the window, running back roads, and your hand in mine. We were going nowhere, we were so alive. Yeah, it's crazy how the best days of my life was all time. All that wasted time. We're swinging out on the line, living all that wasted time. Don't you feel it coming on back now?
I have to say, not only is he electrifying on concert, but you're going to see more of that over the next 2 hours. But sadly, you will not see this guitar after this show. You know, not only is Keith a rock legend, a music icon, he really has no peer, a guitar virtuoso. By the way, he's playing your guitar, and so will you. Do you know over 300,000 of his guitars have been spoken for, but maybe more importantly, over 6.1 million lessons across America. He is truly changing the game. He is a game changer for sure. The hardest thing you're gonna have to do though, for this show and this show only, we are taking $200 off your purchase. Closed, limited, numbered edition. We've never done anything like this for less than $200. It's the only way to get his deluxe package. The only thing that we ask you to do is to pick whether or not you want the acoustic electric, which is the 2-in-1 guitar, or whether you want the electric. Now, Matt, am I correct in saying that the electric version will probably be gone in the first Okay, in the first 20 to 25 minutes, we expect the electric version to be gone. By the way, this is the exact guitar that Keith gives away in concert. So here's our beautiful all-wood, handmade, beautiful electric version. Incidentally, this is his World Guitar Tour package. So not only does he teach you how to play, you're literally playing with him with that gorgeous iconography. I love that picture on the back. So this is our Brazilian burst choice. And the acoustic electric, remember, these are all wood, all handmade. And not only that, they are designed to be playable. They're designed to inspire you. All wood, all handmade. In fact, there's your built-in EQ and of course your tuner. No stone is unturned with this. He thinks of all the details. So there's that beautiful Brazilian burst. Remember, this is a closed limited edition. You can actually see that little plaque on the interior as well, and that gorgeous wood design, which is something that Keith makes and manufactures and designs exclusively for you. And then of course, that gorgeous headstock that was custom designed for these guitars. Rich black with that beautiful flame. One of the most limited, and what's interesting about this, you can actually see almost like an ombre effect. I think this is the nicest one that he's ever done with that rich black design. So you choose the electric or the acoustic electric. Then of course, if you want the where did you get it guitar, we have the electric blue, and it is absolutely awe-inspiring, very, very limited. In fact, in the blue, in the electric choice, we have 85 only, so 85 only. And then, no kidding, I actually bought this before the show. I love the copper, I think it's so pretty. If you want the copper acoustic electric, there are 700 only. If you want the electric version, there are 60. That's 60, not 600, but 60. You know, and most importantly, not only is this Grammy Award-winning legend teaching you how to play guitar, when I said over 6.1 million lessons out there, he is changing the landscape of music. No kidding, when we talk about the Rosetta Stone of a music library, no one in the world had done anything like this. Keith was really the first of his kind. He teaches you how to play like he learned to play, 30 songs in 30 days, and not only that, some of his best known hits, and we are doing $200 off for this show. In addition to that Rosetta Stone of music, you're also getting everything that you need. In fact, he sets you up for success. You get your beautiful certificate of authenticity. You get your capo, which is your little birthday bonus. You get your powerful amplifier. By the way, the amplifier is valued at almost $120 value on its own. And then you even get the case, plus the picks as a bonus. Everything that you need to set you up for success and to be able to play this gorgeous, one-of-a-kind instrument literally out of the box. So this is the biggest value that we've ever offered. Over $1,500 for this show and this show only. Keith, welcome back.
How
Good
are
to
you?
see you.
Good to see you, too.
Well, I have to say, I have a new, first of all, how cute were you and Nicole at the CMTs?
Oh, we had a great night.
You kind of wore a little, you know, track in the red carpet there because they kept calling your name.
That's a fan-voted award,
Yeah.
and just thank you everybody out there that voted for those.
It was fun. Well, I have a whole new respect for her trying to get into these heels tonight, so I'm...
Better you than me.
Exactly. Well, we're so glad that you could take a break from your world tour, so thank you for doing that.
Absolutely, thanks for having me back.
But you know, this is a big deal. When we see you on stage, I think a lot of people forget you are playing your guitar. You designed this from the ground up.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about it too, Keith, is people had asked you to do this for a long time, but you did not put your name on something unless you could do it really to perfection.
That's
which
right.
is exactly what you did.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to have my name on something, which I've never done before, I wanted to make sure it was everything it should be. When you pull it out of the box, you want to be able to feel it.
Yeah.
And if you can't play guitar, this is something that you're going to pull out of the box, and immediately you'll hold it.
You will.
And that first feeling you get when you
Yeah.
hold anything that's made properly and built right, this is exactly what you'll feel. And it sounds fantastic. It's nice and full. There's an X bracing here that makes the volume come out nice and loud, nice and rich.
Right. But, you know, we call it that Keith Urban difference. And it's, you know, you've been playing high-end guitars all your life. And so you really took the best of the best. You were able to curate really not only a gorgeous guitar, and it's one thing to get a great price, but it's another thing to get a fantastic guitar that is playable. And I think that's one of the things that we hear consistently about your guitars. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of perfect reviews, that from beginner to intermediate to advanced, everybody loves this guitar.
It's quality. So that whether you're a beginner, whether you've been playing a long time, you're going to recognize quality. And the most important thing for me was that, because and for a guitar that shouldn't be breaking the bank, you shouldn't have to sacrifice the quality.
Yes.
That was key for me.
Absolutely.
And we were able to do that with this guitar.
You did indeed. And we keep saying handmade, all wood. Here's a good example of this. We've both, quote unquote, got the same, you know, color scheme, but they're like God's little fingerprints.
Absolutely.
They're both unique. So that's...
You see the grains are completely different.
Look at that. So that's technically both Brazilian burst, but they're so distinctive and they're so unique. Hey, one thing that I do want to point out, though, we are expecting not only a full sellout, we're expecting actually to sell out before the end of this show. The last time you were here, we actually had to replace guitars during the program.
Yeah, we did.
Because they sold out so quickly. And you actually have people coming up to you in concert now who have your guitars at home. That has to be a lot of fun.
It's fantastic.
I bet it is.
People that have, and some people that bought it for other people and then they got it, pulled it out of the case and went, I might keep this one.
Exactly.
You know, because they're always like, I've always wanted to play guitar. When am I going to learn? This is the perfect time.
It is indeed. Of course, if you're a fan, I mean, not only of Keith, but of his guitars, please call us. Or if you're calling for the first time tonight, please join us or hold at the end of the call. Also, we invite you to get social with us. But I do not say it lightly when I say this is a game changer. He has changed the landscape of music, not just here at HSN with over 300,000 guitar packages sold, but when we say the music pays for the purchase. 30 songs in 30 days. Now, you know what's interesting? We say the value of those lessons are close to $1,000. Quite frankly, where else are you going to have, you know, the best teacher in the world sit down with you and teach you how to play music out of the box? So with that FlexPay, Matt, it's a little over $30. I can't quote, okay, a little over $30. There's a reason that over 6.1 million DVDs have been sold to date. Keith, you know what's so funny about these DVDs? We've had people calling us just trying to buy the DVDs on their own for hundreds of dollars. And the way you taught, or the way you teach people, first of all, they're fun, because it really is like sitting down with you. And, you know,
it should be fun.
It is fun. But why are these so different? For people who are watching, they're saying, oh, I tried to learn how to play piano, or I tried to learn how to play guitar, it didn't work for me.
Right.
What makes these so special?
Well, this is how I learned. I learned by playing one chord at a time. I can tell you right now, I don't have any theory training. Oh, wow. So I can't read music.
Every time I hear you say that,
I failed music at school. It was one of the subjects I failed, yeah. That and woodwork, but it's a whole different story. Thankfully, I have my fingers still. But so I failed music because it's all theory-based. And I can't read music. I just learned from this lady named Sue McCarthy who taught me by a chord. It literally was like, put your fingers here, put your finger here. Yeah. Boom, there's a D chord. And it, you know, it took me a minute to learn that, but then I learned one more chord. It was like, there's a G, and I went, oh, I know D and G. And as soon as I knew those two chords, I could play a song. Right. You know, you can play a few songs with just two chords.
So you don't read music, and you have all these amazing chart-topping hits that only continue to build. And so if someone's watching, they don't have to read sheet music. They don't have to be able to play music, basically.
No, and also I just want to get you started. If you want to play, if you've never played before, you may have even no rhythm. And I'm always saying, like, if there's a pick, people always go, well, how do I hold the pick? I don't even know how to do that. I'm like, throw the pick away. And if you know G, and we'll go through very slowly and teach you very slowly how to play a G chord, forget the rhythm and just go, there's a G chord, I'm playing a G chord, and then I'm playing a D chord, back to the G chord. And if you can play that, you will feel amazing.
Yeah, you
do. Really will.
I have to say, I really did. I bought the copper for myself tonight. I mean, this was a guitar package that just pushed me over the edge, because I've got other guitars of yours, but that copper, I think, is a jaw dropper.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous color.
It's a beautiful color. Hey, you'll probably notice, speaking of color, they switched my Brazilian burst out for a blue, because at this point, we are saying that that beautiful blue will be gone in a couple of moments. So in both choices, I love this sold-out music.
It's the panic music.
I know. I need to have you record that to help me get ready in the morning.
It could be your ringtone.
It could be my ringtone.
Your alarm to wake you up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do.
Secondary alarm. You always miss the first one.
Absolutely. So remember, you were playing music from the very first day, and I think Keith is not only such an inspiration to all of us, but this guitar inspires you. And hey, one thing that I do want to point out, this is a closed, numbered, limited edition. It's Keith's exclusive world tour package. You can't buy it anywhere else. You can't buy it after this show. This is only for this show. This is only for this hour as long as supplies last. And the big thing is you could almost make a case for getting 2 of them so that you could have this beautiful imagery, you know, if you put them on a guitar stand and then you can look at the guitar facing front as well, but it is only for this show, guys and gals. We'll pay to send it to you with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. All of our choices are in the hundreds. Just pick your color of choice and we will zip it off to you, and you're gonna have so much fun playing it. You know, the thing is, Keith, when I think of your guitars, it's almost like going to one of your concerts, because you see moms and daughters, you see fathers and sons, you see really every age, every generation. And not only does your music appeal to everybody, this guitar has a special place whether people are 8 to 88. We just take so many great testimonials.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the instruments that I hear people saying, I wished I'd played an instrument when I was younger.
Exactly.
And in a lot of cases you have kids or cousins or relatives that you know would probably love to learn something.
Right.
And a lot of people want to play guitar, thank goodness, because it's so portable.
It is.
You don't have to lug a big piano and drum kit around with you.
Exactly. Grand piano in the backpack.
Exactly.
You know, be a little inconvenient.
So it's very portable.
It is. And remember, Keith does think of that. This is the World Tour guitar package. In light of that, he sets you up for success. You even get what I call the touring kit, or the touring, you know, the gig bag, because you get the case as well, which is really cool. You get everything that you need to really not only get inspired, but awaken not only that new skill. This is the gift of a lifetime in a chaotic world, and let's face it, doesn't matter whether you watch the news or not, this is like your own little island of serenity. Music connects us in a way that nothing else can, and this is a $1,500 package. 40 pieces for our 40th birthday, only as long as supplies last. And frankly, if you take a look at the value of the lessons pay for the purchase, which I say they're always priceless. And I think it's almost a shame, it's almost a crime that we call this a $700 guitar, because $700 guitar, because these guitars are made in the same way, in the same factories where the guitars that cost upwards of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars are. And you know, Keith, I know that was important to you because, you know, your name really was on this. You know, you said earlier it's your family name, and you wanted to make sure that it was done just right, and you did.
It has to be.
It has to be.
Yeah, because I'm a guitar player. When I get a guitar in my hands, I'm going to know. And these are the things that I found when I got my first guitar. I was 6 when I started playing guitar, right? But a lot of people start 12, 20, whatever. I was saying a good age is now.
Yes,
now is a good age to start playing guitar. But when I got my first guitar, it was an affordable guitar, right? And the first thing was, it felt really rough under the neck here.
Right.
The frets, that's the metal strips here, they stuck out the edges and cut your fingers, and it doesn't have to be that way.
Absolutely.
This is a very smooth, well-finished, well-crafted guitar that looks and sounds phenomenal.
It really does. I think you hit on a key point, though. And by the way, I'm just going to give you a couple of quick updates, and then Keith's going to play some more. But my copper, I got the copper before the show. I can't wait. In fact, it's going to make me smile even if I'm not playing it, because it's such a beautiful color. So the copper and the blue are both in last call on the electric mat. Okay, in the electric on both the copper and the blue, we are in literally a couple dozen. And I'm sorry, Matt, which color? Okay, blue and copper are in the hundreds. I love that rich black. That's a little different black than we normally see from you. It's almost like a nice charcoal or an ombre effect. And then, of course, that ombre effect on that Brazilian burst, which is amazing. But one of the things that Keith mentioned that I think is so important is it's all about that Keith Urban difference. And if it's no fun if your fingers hurt, or you've got a guitar that's hard to hold, or you can't press the strings down. But I know I keep going back to these lessons. lessons, and it's so cool because not only are you teaching us 30 songs in 30 days, you're teaching us some of your big hits as well.
Yeah, and the way we do it is we start with a song that only has 2 chords.
Yeah.
And when you learn those 2 chords, in this case it'll be G.
Right.
And it'll be C. That's all you learn.
Okay.
Just 2 chords. You don't get overwhelmed. And you take your time. Once you've learnt those 2, you can play, Lord, I fell for a smile, and she loved me for a while, and she said goodbye, gotta go, left me standing on the side of the road. See, it's all 1 chord. Then the song short of some things never last. It's just 2 chords, just G and C. Well, because summer's come, we're playing the C chord, and we're going back to the G, because there's only 2 chords in the whole song. This is C. You'll know it on the first day, and then you can play this song and blow your friends away. Anyway, so you have 2 chords, right?
Yeah.
On the next day, you only learn 1, because you already know 2.
Yeah, that's true.
So you learn 1 more chord, and then you know 3 chords. And we keep building that way, and you'd be shocked the amount of songs that you can play with 3 chords.
Well, okay, well, here's what's
Crazy.
so wild. I'm going to grab this for a second, because, by the way, the song that Keith just played for you, that's day 1, okay?
Yeah.
That's day 1. So check this out. Day 1, you know, Live to Love Another Day. Day 2, Sweet Home Alabama.
Right.
On day 2.
Yeah, because it's only got 3 chords. And
Right.
so you've already learned G, you've already learned C. On the next day, you learn D,
Okay.
right? So you know D, and you know C, and you know G. And there it is. Big wheels keep on turning, carry me home to see my kin. 3 chords, the entire song.
So wild.
Singing songs about the Southland. Oh yeah. I miss Alabama once again. God bless Leonard Skinner for writing a great big song with only 3 chords. Sweet home Alabama. I'm a guitar player now.
You are.
You know, 3 chords, come on.
3 chords.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Bad Moon Rising.
Yeah.
That's the 3rd day, for crying out loud. And, you know, the thing is, if you don't get this for just the gorgeous glory of the guitar, get it for the lessons. There's a reason that 6.1 million of these have been spoken for. And we say the value of the lessons is almost $600. I say they're priceless. And you've never learned to play, you've never played a guitar like this. So you do need to realize it is for this show and this show only. If you want any of the electric versions, and regardless of color, we are in a few dozen on the electric version in any of your color of choice.
Wow.
We're going to pay to send it to you. Keith is going to play some more, but we're going to go off to our phones. Thank you, Keith.
Yes.
And Erin in California is calling. Erin, please say hi to Keith Urban.
Hi, Keith.
Erin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's California?
It's hot.
That's
True.
very popular this time of year.
Yes.
So, Erin, we hear you've got some of Keith's guitars at home. What would you tell everyone, someone who has not tried it, or what do you love about them?
They are beautiful.
Yeah.
When you get it and you open the box, just the wood grain and everything, it's
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah. Erin, are you like me when I got my first Keith Urban guitar? You open it up and you just gasp. I mean, aren't they gorgeous?
It took me a while to actually flip it over and see how beautiful the back was.
Yes, yes. So,
And do you play, Erin? Is this for you?
I do. I have 2 for myself. I bought an acoustic and an electric. The electric's fun, but the acoustic's like my day-to-day.
And was
Yeah.
this to
And then I
start
bought
playing on?
I'm sorry?
Was this to start playing on, or have you been playing a little bit before?
It was to start. It was
Yeah.
a Christmas present for myself a few years ago, and
Nice.
I'm still doing it. I'm so happy to keep doing it.
Absolutely.
good girl.
Yeah.
Hey, Erin, before you found Keith's Guitar here at HSN, had you been to a typical music store, or had you done any kind of price comparing?
I did, and it's a little intimidating. And
Yes.
Keith's guitars are they're so reasonably priced
Yeah.
that it's not a huge investment, and you're not afraid to take it with you when you I take it with me when I go camping, so that I can practice.
It's that
And
portability.
it's not, yeah, and it's not like, oh my gosh, it can never leave my clean, pristine home.
Yeah,
It can go
right.
places with me. Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Erin, what a great call.
Yeah,
Thank you so
excellent.
much for stopping by. But Erin makes an excellent point. I'll show everybody what you get, because she was talking about how music stores can be intimidating. And Keith, that was a really important for you. That's why you gave us all the tools for success.
Yeah, it can be a bit of, and I go to guitar stores all the time, so
Sure.
I love them. But if you've never played before, sometimes you're not sure what you need and also what you don't need.
Yes.
And there's so many guitars to pick from. Where do I start? I wanted to just simplify that by making sure the most important things you need, which is a playable guitar. That means the strings are very low.
Yeah.
You don't have to press very hard to make a sound. We have special comfort coated strings, which will take away a lot of that pain you get. That's the first thing everybody experiences. Right?
Isn't that true? Your fingers
common
hurt.
thing. So I looked for all these things because for me, that was the most important thing that had to be on the guitar to get started before we then added all the other elements as well.
Absolutely. All right, here's the thing. We do want to show you your choices before they're completely gone, and this is not to panic anybody, but I saw, we have a computer inventory where we can see how few of these we have. Man, I'm just going to jump out over here real quick. On my copper, that's why I ordered before the show. On the copper, in the acoustic electric, we have 550 only, okay? In the, oh wow, the electric is gone, okay? In the blue, we have 650 only, and the blue electric, there are 24. There are 24, okay? On the rich black flame, and I have to say, I think this is the best version of a black guitar that Keith has done. We have the final 900. Look at that color. Oh my gosh, it almost even looks like a little bit like a smoky topaz. I mean, these are truly, they're jewelry for your home. I'm not kidding when I say that copper that I just ordered, it's gonna make me smile whether I'm playing it or not. These are so beautiful, but see how this has almost like that smoky topaz or ombre effect? So that's your rich black flame, 900 and 900 only. On the electric version, there are 125 only. On the Brazilian burst, and this is always consistently the most popular. That's why we try to bring in the most of them. But you know what's so funny when I say quote unquote the most? There are 950. 950 of the acoustic electric, and then of course 175 of the Brazilian burst in the electric. And I have to stress, I kind of bought this as a collector's edition as well, because Keith's guitars show up on the secondary market. Now, certainly I'm not going to give you any financial advice, but when these guitars are gone, they're gone for good. This is a closed limited edition, so it will not be created or offered again. It's done. This is the end of issue, so it's the world launch and the only time you're going to see it. We expect every single one of them to be gone after this show. But like Erin in California said, she goes, you go into a music store and it is intimidating. It's like, well, where do I get the cord, the strap? Where do I get the picks? Where do I get, you know, the bag? He does everything for you. So yes, you get the bag. Yes, you get the cleaning kit. Yes, you get the guitar strap, the Allen key. You get the capo for free. He even includes an amplifier valued at almost $120. But the real golden ticket, the real magic, the real jewel in the crown, with 6.1 million lessons out there. I mean, take a look at this. This is the Rosetta Stone of music. He changed the landscape of how people learn music. No one had ever done anything like this. So you play 30 songs in 30 days, but I still, every time I hear Keith say this, I still am flabbergasted. He doesn't read music. I mean, he doesn't read sheet music. So if you're watching this show, like he says, when's the right time to start? Oh, now, before they're gone. Because no kidding, if my copper makes it over the next 20 minutes, I would be shocked. If you want that electric blue, what I call, you know, the where'd you get it guitar, remember you do get your certificate of authenticity, which is suitable for framing, because these will, mark my words, just like the DVDs, they show up on the secondary market. And once they've lost, once we've lost our inventory, people can charge whatever they want. So don't let this price fool you into thinking that you're not getting a world-class guitar. You know you're getting a world-class teacher. I mean, where else are you going to have Grammy Award-winning Keith Urban teach you how to play in the comfort of your own living room and do it for less than the cost of one lesson? It's a $1,500 value, and quite frankly, that's very conservative, because we often say the lessons pay for the purchase. But speaking of lessons, okay, Keith for his chart-topping music. One of my personal favorites that he's actually going to teach you how to play, Somewhere in My Car.
Driving home tonight, catching all red lights, That's alright, 'cause I don't wanna be alone. There's nobody waiting there, cold and empty bed. Words I wished I'd said, come on the radio. Ooh, don't I do this to myself? Ooh, I know you're with someone else, but in my mind we're somewhere in my car, and it's raining hard on the street like glow. You got your lips on mine, it's gasoline on fire. Never will forget. You grab my shirt and pull it over my head, and your fingertips side up and down my back. Breathing hard, steaming up the glass. Give anything if I could bring it back. Oh, oh, oh. So I've been sleeping till noon in the same bedroom where I once held you, and it's breaking my heart. I should take down all those pictures from the wall. Promises we made will not fill this empty space. Ooh, don't know why I just can't let you go. Whoa, ooh, I know you're never coming back, but in my mind we're somewhere in my car, and it's raining hard on the street like glow. You got your lips on mine, it's gasoline on fire. Never will forget. You grabbed my shirt and pulled it over my head, and your fingertips side up and down my back. Breathing hard, steaming up the glass. Give anything if I could bring you back. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, yeah. If I could bring you back. Was in my mind, was somewhere in my car. In my mind, was somewhere in my car. Hey, just you and me, baby. In my mind, was somewhere in my car.
Okay, sometimes I wish that we could shoot our audience, because we have people in the studio, I don't even know if they even work here at HSN. Two things they are telling me before we call this completely and entirely sold out. All right, the guitar, Keith was playing your guitar, by the way. It is last call on that black flame electric, okay? Bye-bye. Oh, blue just sold out. Okay, so the copper is gone in the electric. The blue just sold out in the electric. Keith was playing your guitar. You have to remember, I mean, not, you know, a pseudo facsimile. He played your guitar. He's going to teach you how to play your guitar. The electric version of the rich flame black is almost gone. And if you want the Brazilian burst in the electric, we have the final 100, another 1,000 out the door. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hope you do it. So choose the electric, which is now almost completely gone, or the acoustic electric, which is 2-in-1. Remember, Keith didn't want you to have, he didn't want you to have to want for anything. There's that beautiful built-in EQ and tuner. That's like a $100 upgrade. The custom designed headstock. There you can see that limited, closed, numbered design. There's even that little plaque on the interior. All wood, all handmade. You know, the biggest mistake that you can make is by not calling now. Don't let that price fool you. These guitars are made in the same factories that the guitars that cost thousands of dollars are made. You're just getting it for less than the cost of a lesson. The rich black flame, almost completely gone in the electric. And then last 900 of the acoustic electric, 870 only of the acoustic electric. Electric blue in the electric guitar, gone. Electric blue in the acoustic electric, 450 only. Okay. They want me to be very precise, 445 only. Copper is gone in the electric version. And then, Matt, how many are left? Okay, fewer than 700 now of the copper and the acoustic electric. Don't let this pass you by. I mean, seriously, they're works of art. Remember that this is the exact guitar. Actually, when you give these away in concert, they're not even numbered. This is actually kind of,
That's right.
one-upmanship even on tour. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
But it has to be a lot of fun for you, Keith, because we were referencing how you were the most awarded at the CMTs, and I think your fans just recognize just how humble and how gracious you are and how giving, and I think that also is indicative in what you did with the guitar, because you wanted people to be built for success. You
Yes.
wanted them to enjoy the guitar out of the box,
That's
and you
right.
thought of everything.
Yeah, and I also wanted everybody the chance to play, to see if it's your thing.
Yeah.
Because you might be surprised. And I think everybody should have a chance to play the
Yes,
guitar.
absolutely.
And the other great thing is having it in your house.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because when I grew up, I would go to friends' houses and they would sometimes have instruments lying around, even just a little cheap guitar.
Right.
And it's great because somebody will come into your house who can play, and they'll pick it up and play a little
They will.
something. So it's just great having it around.
They will, and mark my words, and I just want you to see the artwork on the back again. This is a closed limited edition. Closed limited edition. By the way, this is the only way to get one of Keith's deluxe guitar packages. We've never done them for fewer than $200 ever, 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 and we won't do it after this show. So this is a this show, this hour, you know, a tonight only special. It's Keith's only appearance of the season, and mark my words, the only mistake that you can make is by not calling and selecting it. It is a game changer for sure. Oh my goodness. We have another Aaron from California. What are the odds, right? Well, Aaron, it's your night. Welcome. Meet Keith Urban.
Hi, it's Erin in San Diego.
Hi,
There we
how are you, Aaron?
go.
Everybody who lives in California has to be called Aaron. It's a new rule.
It is a new
Yeah, it's
rule.
crazy.
I like that.
How's San Diego, Aaron?
Yes. Oh, it's great. It is hot, like the other Erin said, but
Yep.
we're trying to stay cool.
Beautiful. And now,
So-
do you play guitar? That's the first question I always want to ask.
Well, I don't, but my son does. And so he has 3 of your guitars, and he loves them.
Wow,
He's
apparently.
got 2 electric and 1 of the acoustic electric. And I probably think he plays the acoustic the most.
Right?
And he's teaching himself. I enjoy the videos. I get a little distracted, so I tried to learn, but I get too distracted with those videos. But he is learning, and he loves it, and he's 16. So what 16-year-old guy, you know, doesn't make a good impression when he gets the guitar out?
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely, yeah. He's the guy at the party, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Yep.
I know.
So
Hey,
I'm supporting that.
of course.
That's great.
Hey, Aaron, I mean, isn't the quality amazing, too? I think that's the thing that really resonates with people.
Absolutely, it is, and that's why I keep buying more of them, because of the quality. And I love, well, it's true. I mean, everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
It's just the package, because when you do go into the stores, it is overwhelming for somebody that's new.
For sure.
But with everything, you would spend more than that just on the accessories. So this
That's
just all
right.
comes together.
For
It's just-
sure. Aaron, well
great.
said. Well, wish your son good luck with his career,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I mean, you know.
It's fantastic.
Chick magnet.
Absolutely. 16, that's great.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. They are telling me if you want any, and regardless of color, of the electric, so it is last call. The copper is gone, the blue is gone in the electric, the rich flame black is almost gone, and then on the Brazilian burst, I think we have like 100 of them. If you want the copper and the acoustic electric, what I call the 2-in-1, I think, Matt, you said we have fewer than 700. Okay, a final 600, give or take, on that copper. That's the one I bought before the show. It's so pretty. I think it looks even better in person. I think it's stunning. The where'd you get it guitar, as I like to call that, you know, rich blue. It's so fantastic. That is a wow guitar for sure. Matt, I think you said we have 500 only of the blue. Oh, I'm sorry, only 375. So we're not even sure that the blue will make it to next hour in any kind of respect. And then, of course, if you want the acoustic electric in this brand new rich flame black, which I said looks almost like a smoky topaz or a smoky quartz, that's also in a final few hundred to go around. And, you know, Keith, I think it's so fun that our other Aaron called, because, you know, for moms and dads across America, it gets overwhelming to go into a music store. And not that we don't support our music stores, but It's hard because parents don't know where to begin. And frankly, you could have charged more for this guitar, but you wanted to keep the price point, you know, at such a level where families could afford to do.
Yeah, it was key.
It wasn't it?
It was key because, and again, it's about more people getting the chance to play guitar.
Yes.
That's what it's about. I mean, it's life-changing for me being able to play guitar.
It is.
And there's so many schools that have done away with music education programs.
It's true.
So, you know, when I was growing up, there was a basic music room. I just went to public school.
Yeah.
And there was a piano in the music room, and there was a guitar and stuff like that. But now you can go to a lot of schools, and there's no instruments anywhere.
It's true.
Well, if your child is a guitar player in waiting, how are you going to know?
You're right.
And you shouldn't have to pay a ton to find out if they're a guitar player.
Absolutely. You know, there's a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Of course, the summer season when the kids are home, this is a perfect opportunity to do it. And no kidding, we have ages from 8 to 88 and everybody in between. You can play this. You will play this. He is your teacher. Those lessons, as we say, are priceless. But it's interesting because we saw some footage of you in concert, and people don't realize even when you're here at HSN, you're playing this guitar. It's not like some mock-up or, I mean, and then you give them away to your fans.
I give it away. I mean, one, it's fantastic. It feels, yeah, there we go.
There you are.
I play a bunch of songs on it.
Yep.
I sign it. I give it away to some unsuspecting fan. I love it because I love the expression on people's faces. It's fantastic. But I also love the fact that if anybody thinks that I'm doing anything customized to my guitar to make it sound like that, you can pull it apart and you'll see it's exactly as it comes in the box.
Yeah, it's your guitar.
Yeah, it's exactly as it comes.
It's your guitar. And that's the thing that's so cool, too, is, sorry, I'm getting all choked up. I might even need, I'm getting all verklempt. I'm getting all verklempt. I am. But the great thing is you will play only for this show for a little over $30 on your credit card. So no kidding, guys. If you want yours, you definitely need to make that phone call. So I apologize. Like I said, I'm getting all choked up over this. I really am. It's like, what do I even say? All right, we got a phone call to help bail me out while I grab some water from my crew. See, we told you it was live television. I love it when people think, oh, is that all scripted?
No. Isn't that obvious right about now?
Exactly. In the meantime, Melanie in Wyoming is calling. Hi there, Melanie. I know I'm getting all choked up. Please meet Keith Urban.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi there. What a dream come true to get to talk to you, but to also get this chance to learn how to play the piano.
Well, sorry, the guitar. Hey, I'd learn to play them both, but start with the guitar.
Start with the guitar.
I actually already play the piano. I had my wires crossed there.
Well, see, and so do you want to play guitar now, Melanie?
I do. I feel that now that my children are raised, I have more time, and I need some me time.
Absolutely.
And I've played the piano since I was 8 years old.
Right.
But I've always wanted to learn guitar.
And why have you always wanted to learn guitar?
I think because growing up in a musical family and what I did as a student and a kid, you know, singing and being in school musical plays, it was great to know the piano, but all of my friends had guitars, and they could take their music anywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
They could go, I mean, the guitar went wherever my friends went that owned guitars. And so it's just something I've always wanted to do. I also survived being injured by a drunk driver 24 years ago.
Wow.
And where my neck was injured, my hands go to sleep every day. And my physical therapist thought this would be outstanding exercise for my hands and my fingers. So I am really excited. I got the copper guitar, and I'm online right now, so I'm going to get back in there. And I have a daughter who lives in Tennessee, and I'm going to surprise her with one of your guitars.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, I love that. Well, Melanie, you've been an inspiration to all of us. We wish you and your daughter well.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I love...
Thanks for calling.
Absolutely. And, you know, you can share the wealth. I mean, we have people donating these to schools and churches and synagogues. I mean, it's really exciting.
We give a lot of guitars away to music education programs,
you do.
too.
It's really true. I mean, not just in concert, but, you know, to forward the next generation as well. It's interesting that Melanie was talking about her hands. arthritis runs in my family, and that's one of the reasons I got the copper, was to, try to keep my hands, in motion, because I'm having some dexterity issues.
Right.
And so not only does it keep your mind active and alive, I mean, it's a way to keep us engaged, in a chaotic techno world. This really is a way that kind of grounds us in a way that nothing else does, I think.
And you don't need any power.
Yes.
You don't need the internet. You don't need anything.
It's true. It's really true. So here's the thing. We have yours now. And the thing is, these are flying. We have hundreds and hundreds of people calling. This will not be here after this show. You do have to understand, it is a this show only special. This is Keith's only appearance for the season. We're paying to send it to you, which is what's so nice. Melanie was able to send it to her daughter in Tennessee. You're able to pay it forward, but you absolutely should do it. Music is the most gratifying, inspiring, life-changing choice and message that you can make for this generation or beyond. And you'll never know unless you really try it for yourself. The best part for me is you will play. I mean, how many times have you purchased like the jet ski or the golf clubs, right? And they gather dust and you don't use them. It's so fun to be able to say, whether, you don't have to read music, that you will play music right out of the box.
That's right. And you'll spend a lot less on this than you will on golf clubs.
Yes, you will.
That's for sure.
Especially if your golf game, stinks, right? Well, one of my favorite lessons is, of course, Stand By Me. And Matt, what day is Stand By Me? Oh, that's day 21.
Yeah, we're only a few. The great thing about Stand By Me is 4 chords in the whole song. It's fantastic. You got G. You've got, and again, this is not day 1, so you're a few days in before you get these. You'll have G, you'll have E minor, you'll have C, and you'll have D. 4 chords. And then you'll be going, when the night is dark and the land is dark and the moon is the only light you see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. I know you want to sing, Shannon. So darling, darling, stand. Where's my lighter? By me. Oh, stand by me. Don't just think about it. Make that call right now, because operator says standing by me. Good. Something like that. We're winging it. Like, it's completely unscripted, obviously. Who would write that?
Well, 21 days. That's what you're playing.
Can I just say hi to my wife real quick? Because I know she's home watching. Hi, baby. And I think Sunny and Fifi are at home watching too. So I'm just saying hi right now.
That's so sweet. Yeah. I mean, but remember, Keith is playing your guitar. He really is. So that is your guitar, and you will
I wish I could pass it right through the screen.
I know, right? Don't you? I mean, it's so fun. And you know what? I'll show everybody what they get again. But by the way, as an aside, yes, I miss the band. I miss the guys. But it's kind of nice, having you in this solo experience. We've got you all to ourselves.
This is what it's going to be like when you're in your room playing.
Well, that's true.
So
that's absolutely true.
There you go.
All right, let me show you what we have left, because these are going. So if you want the Brazilian Burst, now we always try to bring in more of the Brazilian Burst just because it's always our most popular. The electric mat, I believe there are fewer than 100 of the, okay, it is last call on all the electrics. If you want the Brazilian Burst in what I call the 2-in-1 guitar, we have a few hundred. Here's the rich black flame, and frankly, I think this is the nicest version of a black guitar that Keith has done, because it really does look like a smoky quartz or a smoky topaz. It has this wonderful kind of awe-brushed or ombre effect to it. Remember, though, this is all wood. And I just want to point something out. Actually, you know what? Since we've got a handful of the electric, let me just put it next to the electric. Notice that they're both different, because this is what I like to call God's little handiwork, or God's fingerprint, because they're all handmade, they're all wood, they're made in the same factories that the guitars that cost thousands of dollars. I can promise you, this is a closed limited edition. So certainly I'm not gonna give you financial advice, but we can't control what happens on the secondary market once these are spoken for. So that's your rich black flame. The electric blue is gone in the electric, and a handful, Matt, I think you said the last 300 or so sorry, I stand corrected. Final 200 of the electric blue. Notice again, now this is not a paint or a decal. That's God's little handiwork. Do you see how you can see the beautiful grain in the wood? So that's the wood creating that beautiful kind of striated design. Then of course my copper. I'm so in love with this copper. We have 300 only. I have to tell you, this to me is the star of the show in addition to Keith. It's a jaw dropper. I mean, I know it's gonna make me smile even if I'm not playing it. And then remember, because it is his only world tour guitar. This is the World Tour Guitar Series. When these are gone, they are gone for good. And finally, both of our Aarons who called tonight, and keep those calls coming, by the way, because we're not quite sure if the guitar will make it to the end of this showcase. But they said, too, it's kind of intimidating when you go into a music store, and certainly we support music in every form, but who's going to give you lessons? One-on-one lessons for free, number one, but one-on-one lessons for free, forever, for a lifetime, from a Grammy Award winner like Keith Urban. And he literally takes you by the hand to teach you how to play. This is the Rosetta Stone of music. 6.1 million of you can't be wrong. The value of the lessons alone is almost $600. He gives you everything that you need, including the guitar case, you get the cleaning kit, you get the guitar strap, the Allen key, you even get an amplifier. Do you know this is the only way to get what I call the deluxe guitar package? And then the capo is free. It's 40 pieces for 40th year for our birthday. Here's your certificate of authenticity, suitable for framing, of course. These are one-of-a-kind guitars, and boy, oh boy, I know it's easy to get caught up in watching Keith play because he's so amazing on stage, and we're so lucky to have him here at HSN, but you must make your way to the phones. Please, don't forget, you'll never be able to experience this for yourself unless you're calling during this show, because we are retiring this issue. When these are spoken for, they are gone. So please choose it now if you want to reserve the limited quantity that we have remaining. We conservatively say a $1,500 value, but frankly, that is scratching the surface. A guitar like this, you could expect to spend $1,500 on. So they are going. We want to send you your guitar, and more importantly, we want to send you music of a lifetime. Whether you've never played music or maybe you tried somebody else's guitar and you failed, he will set you up for success. He takes you by the hand. It's the right guitar, it's the right price, but it is only right now. And without further ado, when we talk about how the lessons pay for the purchase, how about lesson 19, Kiss a Girl?
Kiss and tell, it's just not my style, but the night is young, and it's been a while, and she broke my heart, broke it right in two, and it took some time, but I'm feeling like I'm finally ready to find somebody new. I wanna kiss a girl, I wanna hold her tight, maybe make a little magic in the moonlight. Don't wanna go too far, just to take it slow. I shouldn't be lonely in this big old world. I wanna kiss a girl. It's that moment when you start closing in. First you're holding back, then surrendering. It can start a fire, light up the sky. Such a simple thing. Do you want to try? Are you ready to say goodbye to all the blues? I wanna kiss a girl, I wanna hold her tight, maybe make a little magic in the moonlight. Don't wanna go too far, just to take it slow. But I shouldn't be lonely in this big old world. I wanna kiss a girl. say goodbye to all the blue. Wanna kiss a girl, wanna hold her tight, maybe make a little magic, baby. Don't wanna go too far, just to take it slow. But I shouldn't be lonely in this big old world. I wanna kiss a girl, na 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 na. I wanna kiss a girl, na 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 na. Ooh, I wanna kiss her now.
You are killing it. He is killing it. That's your guitar. That's your guitar. And he's going to teach you how to play. I'm sorry, honestly, it's for this show and this show only. It's kind of like a one-off. This is your one and only time of issue. And we didn't actually have enough room in our graphics, but I have to remind you, this is a closed, numbered, limited edition. We retired this issue. So certainly, again, I'm not going to give you financial advice, but retire this series. So after the fact, after these leave our HSN, inventory or warehouses, they can charge whatever they want on the secondary market. I shop those other websites like you do. I have seen people posting just the Rosetta Stone of music. I mean, so basically, you buy the lessons, you get a case for free, you get the certificate for free, you get the guitar for free, the Allen key for free, I mean, the amp for free. Now remember, the copper is now at this point almost completely entirely spoken for. The electric is already gone. I think, Matt, you said what, 400 or 500? Okay, all the electrics are gone. All the electrics are gone, I guess, except in the Brazilian burst. So we brought in a few more of the Brazilian burst in the acoustic electric because it's our most popular color. The copper, we have a couple hundred. We are not expecting these to make it to next hour. It looks like the electric blue in the acoustic electric will not make it to next hour. I know you see that clock on your screen, about 4 or 5 minutes left in this show. The rich flame black, I have to say, I love this guitar. Now, if we're keeping our fingers crossed, we're hoping that these will actually make it to the next hour. So that's what happened the last time Keith and I worked together. Our poor crew, they were breaking a sweat. They literally were switching out guitars in the middle of the show. So the rich flame black, I think this looks like a smoky quartz or a smoky topaz. I think it's so beautiful. I think that's the nicest, black version of a guitar he's done. Oh, and you know what I forgot to mention too? Can you see all this hand-done detailing on the silhouette of the guitar? We forget that not only is this God's handiwork, each one looks distinctive and unique, but that's all hand-done inlay, not only around the frame of the guitar, but of course on that beautiful mouth of the guitar, all custom designed, all handmade, all wood. And then of course, we bring in slightly more of the Brazilian burst just because it's always our most popular, style or color choice, if you will. So Keith, I gotta tell you, it's so fun to just hear you on stage. Don't tell Jerry. I miss kissing his little bald head. But
oh wow!
I rub it for luck.
Yeah, he's that little Buddha.
He is. He's such a sweetheart. But it's so fun to see you here with this guitar, both of you being the star of the show, because I think then we can really appreciate the tone and the resonance. And when you even chose the woods, you made specific choices to make the guitar sound even better.
Yes, and also to look good too.
Yes,
but I mean, you can have woods that look great and sound really great.
Yeah.
We also did an X bracing underneath the surface, which you can't see right here, but it's all to do with strengthening the vibration and making sure the guitar is nice and loud and full sounding. Beautiful sound.
It is. It's a beautiful sound. But you know what? That's why I keep going back to price is one thing. I mean, a great price is fine, but if the guitar is going to hurt your hands, if it's going to be hard to hold,
that's right.
If it's going to be hard to press the strings down, you even do like a comfort coating.
We did a little special comfort coating on the strings to take away a bit of that initial pain that you get in fingers almost all the time. But another part of that, another reason that happens, much more than anything, is when you get a lot of these affordable guitars, right? Everybody's played one if you've played one.
Right.
It's a starter guitar, right?